This athlete nailed their final kilometre, and the reason why might surprise you. Let's just have a look at this flyby initially. So Palmerston North, PARKRUN, Saturday, February 14th. Look at that opening pace, settled into a really nice rhythm. And turn around, coming back, holding things nice and steady, nice and stable. So today's PARKRUN progress report is for Jonathan Morton. As I said, Palmerston North PARKRUN. He finished with a time of 24:20, 71st position, and it compares well with what he's done previously this year. We'll have a bit more of a dive than normal into some of his past results. But having a look at the morning run there, where is it, that tab? So it was an intelligently paced run. Splits the first kilometre, 5:16, 4:57, 4:53, 4:43, and then 4:28. That's a textbook negative split. On a very flat course like Palmerston North, 1 metre elevation, 1 metre loss, nothing through the centre. On a flat course like Palmerston North, this pacing pattern tells us he started controlled. He didn't get dragged out too hard. He built confidence as the run progressed, and he finished with authority. From a pure execution standpoint, this is excellent. The strongest sign, progressive acceleration. Each kilometre was faster than the last. That means there were no mid-race wobbles, no late fade, no energy crisis. The final kilometre at 4:28 shows he had more to give, and that his limiter was probably early caution rather than lack of fitness. That was not someone hanging on, that was someone finishing strong. His heart rate, as you can see, was relatively stable the whole way through. And his cadence as well. Look at that, nice flat line, 174, 176, 178, picking up a little bit towards the end. Even without split-by-split data, the fact that the heart rate was relatively stable, the cadence averaged 175 strides per minute, the course was flat, suggests it wasn't a chaotic effort. 175 strides per minute average cadence is efficient and consistent. That points towards good running economy, relaxed mechanics, controlled intensity. When cadence stays stable and pace increases, it often means stride length was increasing slightly as confidence grew, not that he was scrambling late. The biggest story here is the trend across 2026. You can see his times there. Early January, just under 27 minutes. Late January, 25.5 minutes. Or mid-January. Late January, just under 25, getting close to 25 there. Early February, well under. That's a significant improvement in the short window of a few weeks at the start of the year. What this suggests is he is regaining fitness. His aerobic base is rebuilding. He's likely becoming more consistent with his training again. And importantly, 24:20 was achieved with a very strong pacing, not through an aggressive start. Let's compare that to his PB last year of 22:23. Last year, his sub-23 performances was in the middle of a build towards a half marathon. So if we look at, so on the 18th of May, that's when he ran the Striders Palmerston North half marathon, and he kept on running a little bit after that. And looking at his Strava, it looks like he did some travel internationally through this period, built back a little bit of running, end of the year downtime, or not quite end of the year, and now he's back into some consistent training again, which is really great to see. His training volume was consistent into the sort of mid-June period last year. Since mid-June, the training was inconsistent for a bit, and a long break from PARKRUN, with the exception of a little bit through August, September, once each month, and then nothing through to January this year. Slower results mid-year, so the drop-off makes sense based on the fact that he was training for the Striders half. It aligns with the reduction in structured training. The key question now is not, why isn't he running 22:23 yet? The key question is, how quickly can he rebuild towards that level? Based on this performance, the answer is faster than most people think. The most important insight, that 24:20 24:20 is not his fastest of 2026. It's a it is his fastest. It's not just his fastest performance of 2026. It's a performance that shows pacing maturity, fitness rebuilding, finishing strength, no blow-up risk. That's a very good foundation to build on. Coaching takeaway, if this was my athlete and Jonathan's not coached by me, I'd say the early kilometre of 5:16 was slightly conservative. There's likely 10 to 15 seconds available just by starting closer to a 5-minute pace. The final kilometre shows he wasn't at his limit. In other words, the engine is returning. Now it's all about consistency. Overall assessment, this run is best described as a controlled rebuild performance with strong upside. Not flashy, not dramatic, but very encouraging. If he continues consistent training, there's a realistic pathway back to a sub 24 minute, then a low 23 minutes, then potentially challenging that 22-23 again. The pacing pattern suggests the mental and tactical side is already at a very good place for Jonathan. Now, if you'd like me to review your PARKRUN data and help you take minutes off your 5K, check out the PARKRUN Kickstart training plan. The link is in the description down below.